Welcome to another video, Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in Blackpool. I'm sat here on the seawall, Central Beach. We see Blackpool Town there, and we've got the Central Pier behind me. And what I thought I'd do in this video is I'll go out and take some pictures around this area here, using my camera here, and you never know, I might just get a calendar shot. Okay, so I'm going to be taking some pictures in this video, and I've got my camera here. It's a Panasonic S5 II. I've not had it that long. It's a fairly new camera, this, and you might notice on the front I've got this contraption on the front. Well, what is this? This is actually a filter holder. Now, photographic filters are very, very good for creative photography, and kfconcept have very kindly sent me some of their filters, and I've got 3 filters all together in this very nice case here. Look at that very nice case, kfconcept filters. What I'll do is I'll go through each filter and show you what each one does. I've got a polarizing filter, a neutral density filter, and a graduated filter, and they all do different things. So what I'll do first is, before I go taking pictures, I'll show you what each filter does. Okay, so I'm now going to open the box now, and we'll see what filters we've got here. And I'm going to start off with a polarizing filter. Now, you might have heard of a polarizing filter or polarizing glasses. It's a round filter, and what this does, it's like magic, folks. It actually it can cut out reflections and glare from the sun. It can also make rich colours where the glare from the sun can drown out the colours. It can enable you to look through windows. It can also enable you to see through water. It's really amazing. So the first filter I've got there is a polarizer, so I might be using that tonight. We'll see how we can do with that, shall we? Let's have a look at the next one. And these are very, very nice quality filters as well, by the way. Really, really nice quality filters. Now this one here, can you see this? Can you see through that, folks? Can you see my face? I don't think you can, because this filter is a neutral density filter, and it's a very, very strong neutral density filter. It's an ND1000. It says ND1000 on there. Now what that basically means is it's a very powerful neutral density filter that cuts out a lot of the light that comes into the camera. So when that goes on the camera like that there, it slides in, it cuts out a lot of the lighting, and it means you can use a long exposure, and that means that you can get dreamy seascapes. You can blur the sea, you can even blur people, you can even make people disappear. If people are moving around in the picture, you can make them disappear, you can make traffic disappear, and that's what you can do with a neutral density filter. So I'll be trying that out as well later. Okay, now the last filter, whether I'll use this tonight, I'm not too sure, but this is quite a special filter, this one, folks. Can you see that there? That's a graduated neutral density filter. So it's a little bit similar to the last one. It's rather dark at the top, but can you see how it suddenly becomes clear? Now what this filter's for is it's for controlling the sky, the exposure of the sky in your photographs. Quite often when you're taking landscape photographs, you have a very bright sky and there's no feature in the clouds. Well, what this can do is it can help you to hold back the features of the clouds, the detail in the clouds, by using that neutral density at the top and it clear at the bottom. You get your landscape down here, and because it's a very, very soft graduation, can you see? It means that you can't see where the dark section meets up with the lighter section. So very, very useful for taking landscape photographs, and I might be giving that one a go as well, give you some examples of that. So that's all the filters, folks, and I think it's time to stick them on the camera and see what we can get. Well, check this out, folks. The tide is coming in here in Blackpool. Look at this now. Listen to the sound of the tide coming in. I'm going to head underneath the pier because I want to show you an example of long exposure photography using one of those filters, and we'll see what we can get, shall we? It's just ideal now with the tide coming in. We can get that water, and what we can do is we can make the water look really, really dreamy and misty. Anyway, I don't want to get cut off by the tide. Got the water coming in right here. Let's get up on the sea wall and then we'll head underneath the pier, shall we? and set up a shot under there. Will I get a camera in the shot? Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Okay, so what I've decided to do first is I've decided to take a picture of the central pier using the neutral density filter, and what we'll do is we'll get the big wheel spinning round. It will make it look like it's spinning round really, really fast. The filter allows us to use a slower shutter speed than normal, so we can get that of probably about 5 seconds, something like that, and that'll enable us to get some movement in that big wheel. So let's try that now. I'll take a picture. It's saying on here I can use a 5-second exposure, so let's do that then, shall we? Oh, so what do you think of that, folks? Yeah, we really got some movement in the big wheel there, didn't we? I'm just wondering whether the sky is a little bit burnt out. So what I might do now is I might stick on that graduated filter and stick that on and see if it makes any difference and gets us a bit more detail in the sky. Let's try that, shall we? So there you go, that's another shot there, but this time I put the graduated filter on, and I think it did help to hold back the detail in that sky just up there where it's bright. So that's an example of what a graduated filter can do. And also we have the neutral density filter on there, which allowed us the exposure long enough to get the blur on the big wheel when it was moving around. So there you go. I'm going to head onto the pier now. I want to try something else with this water coming in. Wait till you see this, you'll like it. Okay, so as you can see, we're now underneath the central pier here in Blackpool. And just listen to the sea as it comes in here. We've got the high tide now. It's come right in now. I think we're probably about half an hour away from high tide. But this is ideal for a long exposure of this water here. Now, I've got my camera set up with the neutral density filter on it right now. But I took a picture before I put the filter on, and I'm going to show it on the screen now. So this is just a normal photograph taken without a filter. The shutter speed was 1/20th of a second, and it looks a little bit bland. You know, it's just a picture under the pier with the water. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the filter on, and we'll take another picture with the filter that will allow a 15-second exposure. And we'll see how that comes out, shall we? So you saw the picture that I took without the filter, and it was a bit bland. It was okay. It was a picture of the pier, and you can see the sea there and everything. But check this out now. Look at this photograph that I've taken using that 10-stop filter, folks. It allows me to use a 15-second exposure, and that 15-second exposure has smoothed out all the water. Isn't it unbelievable? What an amazing transfer. You wouldn't believe it, would you? But that is what you can do with these photographic filters, folks. This might not be too far off one of the calendar shots. What do you think, folks? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I've just nipped up here to Blackpool Tower, but I want to take a picture of, I actually want to take a picture of this black building that's just close to the tower here. It's supposed to be the new Blackpool Museum in this building here. It's a good example for using the polarizing filter, because can you see that building there? You might be able to see reflections in it, glare on the windows there. So I'm going to put the polarizing filter in, and in fact I'll take a picture with the camera now without the polarizing filter, and look at that picture now of this building here. There you are, I'm just showing you on the screen now a picture of that building there without the polarizing filter. So I'm now going to put the polarizing filter in, and let's see what difference the polarizing filter makes to that building there. Okay, check this out. Look at this now, folks. The building looks black. It looks black, folks. What's happened to all those reflections? It's absolutely amazing. All that glare on the windows has disappeared. Isn't it absolutely amazing? So there you go. That's one example of what a polarizer can do for you. It cuts out reflections. It cuts out glare. If you're taking pictures of cars or anything like that, interiors, anything where there's like glare off windows, you can see through water with it, you cut out the reflections, absolutely amazing. That's what you can do with the polarizer. Right, you're just on the right side then.
Just on the right side. Love your work, always appreciate it.
Right, yeah, nice one, yeah.
Videos.
Thanks very much, yeah. So there you go folks, how about that? Wasn't that absolutely amazing? What a difference, can you believe it? This is the X Pro kit from kfconcept filters. I'm going to put a link in the description to where you can get them from yourself, and I hope I've given you some idea of what you can do with a camera and a set of filters. Absolutely amazing transformation of a photograph by using something like this. Anyway, I hope you like this video from here in Blackpool. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one. I'll tell you what, it's getting a bit wild here. The sea's flapping up.